Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'm going to go deeper into the daily read today. I picked a card out from Colette Baron Reid's deck, one of her decks anyway. Changed the deck today because I've been using the same one over and over again. So I picked a card from one of the other decks. And I'm going to do readings for you guys, whoever's on live. How are you all going today? If you want a private reading with me, there'll be a link up there if you're watching the replay. Who's with me? Just wait for people to come on before I start. So it was winter in Thailand. Winter lasts about a week or maybe just a few days. But I was so cold yesterday. I've been out already this morning to put my washing and my laundry in so that it's ready for me going to Kuala Lumpur. And yep, I'm in my hoodie. It's cold out there. I've got my socks on. This is as cold as it gets in Thailand. Well, here anyway. I believe there are colder places in Thailand. So yeah, I'm going to go deeper into the daily reading. If you haven't watched the daily read already, for the 7th of December, Saturday, as it is for me now, check it out on my YouTube channel. So it was about abundance. It was about moving ahead today, doing the stuff, the ideas, moving ahead, taking action on the ideas that you've had, instead of trying to get validation from other people. Remember, other people can only say yes to the things that they're aligned with. And so, say you're attracted to a guy, right? And you're thinking about going on a date with him. And then you ask your friend, would you go on a date with him? And they say no. And then you don't go on a date with him. It's like, well, they wouldn't go on a date with him because it's not for them, it's for you. So don't ask someone else and then not do something because it's not aligned with them. You do something because it's aligned with you. And also in the daily read, we had a lot about abundance. And so the challenges today, the challenges and lessons for the day were all about doubting abundance. It was a double card that came out. So it's always a really important message when the double card comes out. And so it's about money and worrying about money and going from this lackful perspective, like if you wanted to go on a date with that guy, asking him, you don't want to go on a date with me, do you? That is the lackful perspective. Hey, Mr. Mental Flossed, how are you? Where are you watching from? And so that's a lackful perspective, right? And sometimes we don't even realize we're doing that, especially with money. But we can be asking the universe, like, you're not going to give me the money for that bill, are you? You're not going to pay me for this work, are you? That can be the energy that we're putting out instead of trusting in abundance. You're doing good. That's good. West Virginia. I've never been to the USA. I'm in Thailand. Who else is on today? Pop a message. Lifetime of self-sabotage. Oh, you and everybody else. And, it's like new level, new devil. It's like the more we grow, the more we learn about ourselves, the more we realize we're doing it. There's always, because we're unlimited beings, right? We're completely unlimited. So there's always resistance along the way. Self-sabotage, resistance, whatever you want to call it. It took me many years to realize I was manifesting my own sorrow. Yeah, right? So I picked a card out for today from one of Colette Baron Reid's decks to go along with that, the daily read. And we've got the Arrow Master, but it was upside down. It came in reverse position. And so let me read this out to you, because this has already come true for me today. When this is a challenger, the Arrow Master. So the Arrow Master is all about aiming for your target and shooting. Hey, Nick Nack, how are you? Finally, I figured out how to comment on your live video. Yay! Oh, yeah, that's right. You were commenting, weren't you? Have to open the link in the app. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. I'm glad you managed it this time, Nick Nack. So yeah, the Arrow Master says this. The Arrow Master appears to let you know that if you continue on your present course, you could be shooting yourself in the foot. You're being challenged now to take a look at the motives behind why you want to reach your goal at all. Is this a path of true destiny or the law of fantasy and ego desires? Are you setting your intention to win something away from another or to get what you want, whether or not it's good for all? Remember also that life is not a competition. The concept of competition is flawed and encourages a perception of lack. Your time will come. Be very clear that you're pointing in the right direction and don't chase your arrow. If your intention is to find an easier, softer way or shortcut to your goal, it's time to give that up, since it won't work in the long run. Don't be seduced by quick get-it-now ideas. This is time to ask for the highest intentions to replace the old ones. Sometimes a new set of arrows and another target altogether are needed. Then you can never miss your mark. So there's something we're aiming for that isn't quite right, or there's something there's something that we're doing which isn't quite right for us. Oh yeah. And yeah, I woke up knowing what that was this morning. Because before I went to sleep last night, I was watching YouTube videos. So give you a bit of a backstory. So I'm an athlete, right? And in the last 2 years, I've been training very hard. And I've had to change my diet as a result. I've lost a lot of weight. Yes, you can have a personal reading. I'll do those after I've gone into the daily energies. So I lost a lot of weight. I'm very lean now. And I had to change my diet because of it. So once it was all going well when I was losing the weight. Lots of energy. When you're running off animal fat, your own fat, you've got lots of energy. You feel really good. And so I had a lot of energy for working out. I had lots of power. My training was going really well. And then when I got down to my lean weight, then I had to switch to maintenance, right? So, which is very different, which I haven't done before. I haven't experienced before at this level. And so I was trying to figure out what diet I needed to keep that same level of power and endurance. I'm feeling good. When I was losing the fat, I was feeling really energetic, like bouncy around energetic. And yeah, I've got myself back to that now. But to do that, I needed to eat lots more animal products, way more than I've ever eaten in my life. And so now I'm doing that. I've got my energy back. And so as I was learning and I was looking into it, like looking into all the research and everything on eating more meat for athletes, eating for athletes, that kind of thing, I came across some people that were doing the carnivore diet, which is just meat and water. Some of them do, some do meat, water, dairy, and coffee. There's different ways of doing it, right? But it's pretty much just meat or just animal products. And so I was getting a lot of my information from them because of that extreme. They've got, they're the ones that have got more information than anyone else, because there's not a lot of information about diet at all. There's very, very little research been done on human beings for any kind of diet. So we're pretty much clueless about diet. Even the things that we think we know, we're just rubbish studies, either based on mice and rats or based on questionnaires with people where lots of other factors weren't taken into account. So it's just garbage science. And so what we think we know about food isn't really so. And so you've got to go to the sources of the people that are actually doing the science now, to try and find out what the truth is. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. So I was following two of these guys on YouTube, carnivore guys. And last night, because I was struggling getting to sleep, I was watching a few videos on YouTube of them two. And I woke up this morning with this same energy from them, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. So, some people on YouTube put out good information and, it's really useful. And then some people slip into this bitching about everyone else, so both of them bitch about vegans all the time, and they started bitching about each other too. And so I woke up with this energy and I thought, I just can't watch that shit anymore. I want the information from them. And it's such a shame that the two leaders in it are doing that kind of crap, but it's low vibration. And no matter what I'm eating, it's like, I don't need that in my life. I felt it this morning. I felt my vibration being low. So when I picked this card out and it's saying, like, the first thing I saw was, if you continue on your present course, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Like, I felt it in my energy. And so it could be something like that. It could be something small like that, where you have kind of got off track, got off focus. So you've aimed your focus on something. You've decided to start a business or to do something like my YouTube videos and expand my business and stuff. Or, you've got some particular goal that you're focused on. And then these little distractions come along. And it's so easy to get distracted by them. It's so easy to go down that path and not feel what it's doing to us. And so today we're being asked to look at that. Look where we're being distracted, where our energy is being pulled down, where we're being taken off that, the goal, We've got a target, we've got a bow and arrow. When we're focused on that goal, not taking our eyes off it, then we can pull that bow back and shoot the arrow and it'll hit the mark. But if we're constantly listening to other people around us or saying to someone around us, am I pointing it in the right direction? Like asking them instead of looking at the goal. Then that's where we go wrong. So that's how it ties in with the daily read today. It's like, don't ask other people what they would do, because they're not you. They're only tapped into their own guidance. So even me too, even getting a reading, you've got to listen to yourself first and foremost and follow your own guidance. So, hey Therese, how are you? How's it all going? I'm going to send you a message today, maybe tomorrow. See how you're going. Okay, so I'm going to pick some cards, go deeper into the daily read. Right, we've got willingness and encouragement. This is about being willing to stay focused on your own target, on what you want to do, encouraging yourself to do that instead of trying to look for the encouragement outside of yourself. I guess for me, this means like keep on going to the right sources of the information, the true information out there, and be willing to go it alone, because I can feel what it's doing within my body. I don't really need the science, because I can feel. I feel like I don't have my own guidance. I think that your own guidance is how you feel. So if something feels good to you, then you do that. If something doesn't feel good, then don't do that. And you can tell what you're thinking about. If what you're thinking about feels good, then it's good for you. If what you're thinking about feels bad, then it's not good for you. And it's good to change your thoughts, to shift your focus. And so your emotions are one way of knowing. The better you feel, the more aligned you are. You can meditate as well. Meditation, sometimes you can get ideas and inspiration and guidance in meditation. Sometimes you meditate, and then once you get going on your day, you might have an idea after it. So meditation opens you up to guidance. And it's just that gut feeling, intuition. That's what you've got to listen to. That's what your own guidance is. And everyone has that. And the more you trust it, the more you listen to it, the more you trust it, the more you will open up to it, the more you'll get. Therese, here in Beijing, drinking yerba mate, unable to listen live for once. Yay. Don't know how to meditate. So meditation is just about listening to what's going on inside you. And so you can focus on what's going on inside your body, the sensations. You can think about your feet first, your toes, your feet, your ankles and your calves. And you can listen to your body like that, feel what's going on so that you get present. You can focus on your breath. But it's about listening to what's going on inside of you. And so You start becoming the observer of your thoughts. So first of all, you'll be doing that, and then you'll get distracted. Your mind will go off on some kind of tangent, and then you remember that you're supposed to be meditating, and so you do that more and more until you become more of an observer of your thoughts. So a thought pops up, and you recognize straight away that you're thinking again instead of going down that. And some days it's easier than others, but it's more of an observational thing, and it just allows you to get a little space in your mind and in your awareness and bring you into the present, and that allows your higher self to give you guidance. Check out this apps, the Calm. I like the Calm app. Check out Calm app because this it's got like a beginner's guide to meditation. I think you can get a week free or something like that, or maybe a month free on it. Mr. Mental Floss, for my life, it would be having the willingness to interact with others and encourage them to be the better self they want to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this one is saying, encouraging yourself, be willing to go down your own path, regardless of other people. Yeah. Knick-knack. And like, I'm just not sure what the best directions are to go. Yep. Nobody does. I'm extremely indecisive, lots of options and opportunities, but which one is best? Yeah. Yeah. Well, the best one is the one that comes up in the moment, you know. Our higher selves in the universe will always support us, no matter what decision we make. And so, yeah. Headspace app is great. Headspace? What's the one that sounds like it's done by men in suits? Is that Headspace, or maybe it's something else? 10% or something? I didn't like that one. I heard good things about it on a podcast, and then I did that little trial thing, and I couldn't stand it. It was like robot men in suits. You could tell it was just made by men in suits. I'm like, this is like not for me. I'm sure it's aligned with a lot of people, but not me. I haven't tried Headspace. Yeah, Calm, Headspace. I find it difficult to deal with negative people, so I have to pump up my willingness to enjoy the negativity. You don't need to enjoy the negativity. Get away from them. It doesn't bother me anymore. But I had to turn away from them until it stopped bothering me anymore. I don't stick around negative people. You don't need to. You don't need to give yourself challenges like that. Life's hard enough anyway without being around negative people. At least long enough to share positivity with them. Oh, wow. If you think that's your I would advise against that. If you think that's your role, to clean the crap up in the world, to give negative people positivity, you're not going to have a very happy or good life. You don't need to do that. Really. Eek. I'm using the Waking Up app now, but it's a bit bland. I haven't heard of that one either. Headspace is very feel good. Yeah. Yeah, the Calm app is really good too. Okay. So I've got that willingness, encouragement. Be willing to encourage yourself. Right. And this, like, one step at a time and cleanse. This is about, like I said at the start, we've all got resistances. No matter what step we are, no matter what stage we're at, there's always resistances because we're unlimited beings. We can do literally anything. So we've all got resistance along the way, and it's just one step at a time, releasing that resistance. There's no competition. There's no rush. It's not a race. Life isn't a race. We can just take it in our own time, wherever we're at on our own path, releasing that resistance. Yeah, as an indigo, it is why I'm here. Been doing it my whole life. It's just my thing, I guess. All right, let me tell you a story. When I first started off in this business, I used to have that mindset too. that I'm here to help other people, and it didn't work for me. And it didn't work for me because that's the wrong focus. You've got to fill your own cup first, no matter what label you put on yourself, like indigo, what you think your path is. You're not going to be able to do it fully until you shift your mindset in this, that it's got to be about you first. Fill your cup first. Now I can help lots of people, but that's not my intention. My intention isn't I am here to serve everyone else. That's not my intention. Like I'm a slave. What I want in life doesn't matter. Everyone else is important, but I'm not important. When I was coming from that headspace, it didn't work for me, because you've got nothing to give. You've got nothing to give from that place. It was only when I started to focus on myself and what I wanted from life and doing things that I really enjoyed, that's when I could help a lot more people. When I wasn't so much invested on changing them and helping them, in making the negative people positive, in making the lackful people abundant. Because when you try and do that, it's actually judgment. It's judgment. It's not helping people. It's judging them. It's judging them as being negative, or judging them as being lackful, or judging them as being wrong, judging them as being broken. And I know how enticing that is, because when you don't feel a sense of value in yourself enough to want to do something for yourself in your own life, then you get that sense of value by helping other people, by needing to be needed by others. So yeah, you're on that journey, one step at a time. You'll figure it out too, because it doesn't work the way you're doing it. It didn't work for me. It doesn't work for anyone. It's an internal shift, and you end up being able to do the same thing that you were trying to do in the first place, but you're not emotionally attached to it anymore. Getting old now. Time to relax. It's not time to relax at 51. That's not old. I'm going to turn 49 soon. I'm just getting started. I don't know what I want now, except to have love and be happy. That's a good start. Go for that. I never judge them, encourage them in ways to develop themselves. Not even mentioning anything I thought was an issue. You said about negative people, though. Yeah, whenever we try and change other people, it never works. We can't change our outside conditions. It's like fighting for peace. It's just not possible. When we stop trying to change the external world, weirdly enough, that's when we start making an impact and changing it. When we're not even trying to anymore, when we're just trying to sort ourselves out and our lives out and do something for ourselves. Most definitely worked for me. I understand it hasn't, but to say it doesn't for anybody in itself is very judgmental. What can I say? So deeper into the dailies. Soften, open, and blame. This is, when you have the scapegoat patterns going on, and you get a lot of blame from other people. Black sheep can tend to get this, the more aware people can tend to get the blame put on them. This is saying to soften and open up. So when you've got the scapegoat thing going on, you're kind of attracting this blame from other people, and it can cause you to shut down. It's like you've got to protect yourself when you don't realize how you're doing something. And the scapegoat thing is all about, we can think that it's other people blaming us and we're not doing it. It's just all about them and they need to change. But it's not. It's people that take too much responsibility for others and think that it's up to them to fix everyone and everything. That's what attracts blame. That's what attracts the scapegoat. If you think about it, someone that's really struggling in life, that doesn't know how to change their own life experience and stuff, they're feeling disempowered. And then someone comes along who will take responsibility for everything, who tries to fix them, who tries to sort everything out for them. Of course, they're going to want to put the burden onto that other person. It's like, well, I can't do this by myself. I'll keep on proving that I'm can't do this by myself. I'm a victim. I'm out of control of my life. Here comes somebody that's willing to take that responsibility for me. I'm going to give them that responsibility. And so that's how scapegoat happens. It's taking too much responsibility for other people. You're not responsible for anyone else. And it causes you to shut down because no one wants to feel that. No one wants to be the scapegoat. And so this is saying to release that blame requires you to stop taking responsibility for everyone else, and then you can soften and open up and actually help more. Do what you were trying to do in the first place. And also in the dailies, we've got criticism and being supportive. This is about when you try and help people and that haven't asked for help, and then they don't take it very well because it's judgment. So if someone's asked for help, it's because they've recognized it in themselves, they want to change something, they ask for help, you help them, they say thank you. When someone hasn't asked for help, you've seen something in someone, you try and help them out, they don't say thank you because they didn't ask for it. It's like they take it as in fact, not even ungrateful for it. Like they're not even not grateful for it. They're actually really didn't want interference. And yeah, this is about looking at that. It's about this arrow master thing again. You've got your eyes set on your goals and what you want to do, and not being swayed by other people on that, which is really difficult when you want to help people, when your role is to help people and be supportive to people. It's so difficult not to focus on them and to focus on the self, but that's what we've got to do. We've got to change it on ourselves and then just be there to support people in the same way as we've done it for ourselves. And so, yeah, when you get criticized for being supportive, that's a sure sign that you're trying to change other people instead of changing yourself and just being there. Hey, Yvonne, how are you? You keeping warm? Nick, could it be possible to video chat later? No. I'm really busy today, sorry. I don't have the time. Now, all of my sessions are got to be paid up front. I'm really busy, so I don't have the time to do that. That's why I do things like this, so I can help many, one-to-many. So yeah, today it's really about getting clear on our own goals and what we want to do in ourselves, for ourselves. Be willing to follow that path that we know is ours. And stop making it about other people. Be willing to encourage ourselves instead of trying to get validation from other people. Knowing that we're just at where we're at and we're releasing our resistance along the way. Letting go of that scapegoat thing, taking responsibility for everyone else. And just looking at how we're being supportive to others. And when we're getting criticized for that, pulling back from it. Coldest day of the year, apparently. You know what? I was so cold yesterday. I went to training and I didn't warm up in training. I never warmed up and I was just freezing. I kept moving the whole time, but I was freezing. So yeah. If I go to training today, I'm gonna go in mahadi and wrapped up, and it's not even that cold. I told my friend it's like 26 degrees and it feels freezing. I'm like, what? But it is really windy, isn't it? I'm going to make the weekly and the dailies today, the videos outside. It's so windy. So I wonder what it's going to get down to, Yvonne, today. Okay, that's the cards. I've already picked my cards today. It's about my relationship again. It's all good. 25 yesterday, and the wind chill factor too, because it's so windy. Crazy windy. It's got to be feeling less than that, 25. Those of you in other countries are probably thinking, what the hell are they talking about? Because that's summer for other people. But when you live in the tropics, you get used to it. Yeah, 10 degrees less than normal. It's cold. It's cold. Thank God winter doesn't last very long here. I can't handle it. I was watching an interview last night. Joe Rogan interviewing Wim Hof, the Iceman. Climbed up Everest in his shorts. I was saying to my man, right, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about climbing Everest in my bikini, but I can do the tropics in a jumper. That's my superpower. He can do the bikini stuff. He can do the shorts up Everest. I wouldn't be able to stand it. Tropical life for me, for sure. Okay, who wants a reading? Pop up a message and I'll do that for you. If anyone wants a private reading, then there's a link in the description box for that. Yeah, that Iceman, they call him. He does this special breathing thing so he can swim under ice and hold his breath for a long time and stuff. Oh my God. I went in the swimming pool yesterday. It was cold enough for me. It was hard to get in. It was cold. Okay, Therese is up first. Therese, this is like saying time to be alone for a while. You're reaching out to others, thinking that you need to reach out to others, but it's not actually the best for you at the moment. So maybe you're trying to be social when you're not really feeling like being social, but you're thinking that you should do it. So you, something like that. Yeah, I haven't tried his breath work, but a man said that he's big into that, so I'll get him to teach me. So have you done it? Have you done that breath work? It was such an interesting guy. That interview was amazing. What an amazing guy. And I think what he was talking about was like the immune system and the breathing, the immune system, like stressing your body out, isn't it? With the cold. And that, of course, any stresses like exercise, like fasting, any kind of stressor, there's a positive stressors like that actually make us stronger. And yeah, I'm doing that with my exercise already. I don't want to do it with cold. Although I do get in when I'm sunbathing, I do get in the cold pool and intense. I imagine it's intense. Joe Rogan was doing it when he was in the interview. You're about to go on an overnight with your friends. Oh. Do you want to? Okay. Therese, this is saying be willing to do what you want to do. Be willing to do what you want, what you'd love to do. This is like, don't go along with everyone else. Where are you going on your overnight? Yeah, I'm picking up like you're doing something that you don't really want to do, reaching out to others when you're not really feeling it. And when being alone would kind of be better, or going along but then not doing what everyone else is doing because you don't really want to do it. One friend is a bit challenging. Challenging. There you go. Oh, so the Great Wall. Cool. I'll have to come to China sometime. It's full of Chinese people. They're not my favorite people in the world, along with the French. Take some pictures. Well, that'll be fun. But yeah, don't do everything that everyone else is doing. Spend some time alone. Anyone else want a reading? I've got my gym clothes on today, but I'm not going to the gym. Yeah, I will come for a visit. Maybe next visa run. Oh no, I'm going on a visa run on Monday, Kuala Lumpur. And then in 2 months' time, I'm going to Africa. That'll give me 2 more months, maybe after that. Yep, and your leggings too. These are Therese's clothes that you gave to Claire, the other Claire, and Claire gave to me. Yeah, they're good. They're good. They used to be big on me and now they're not. I mean, small on me and now they're not. Anyone else want a reading? You can ask a question. Yeah, dressed by Therese. Yeah, but I'm not going to the gym. I just put them on because I've put my jeans in the laundry, ready for my visa run. And I needed long pants on because it's cold. And a hoodie. And if I do go to training later, then I'll need these warm things on because I was just so cold yesterday. And all the trainers were laughing at me because I was shivering. I was shivering at the end of it. Just couldn't warm up. And they're stretching me and they're like, their hands and their arms are warm and I'm still freezing. Even though I've been like exercising really hard, I just didn't warm up. So I came home and stayed in the warm shower for a long time and then got straight into bed and drank tea, which I wish I hadn't because it stopped me from sleeping. Tea with cream in it just to warm up. You're welcome, Therese. Who else wants a reading? People have dropped off. Maybe they didn't want to hear that. No, that's what they needed to hear. So yeah, I've got a day full of videos today. I might go and do that now. Seeing as nobody else is talking, thanks for coming along, Therese, and anyone else who's here. Have a lovely day and have a great trip, Therese, as well. Enjoy it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.